let's begin edition 2 of the town hall. So, I think the biggest and the most inspiring news from the last week and last 10 days has been Paralympics. India has had its best performance ever at Paralympics, 29 medals, which is incredible. Just like in the last Olympics, the medals were 19. So from 19, we went to 29 medals, 7 gold medals. And these are the people who usually world writes them off. And I was thinking to myself, like, this whole idea of Paralympics is one of the most brilliant ideas ever, because it is not just about those people who are participating in Paralympics, but it's a big message and a big learning for the rest of us that nothing is impossible. Like, if you choose to do something, if you're determined, anything is possible. And while I was reading some of the news on Paralympics, I came across one of the quotes by Mahatma Gandhi, which I think is incredibly profound. Strength doesn't come from physical capacity. It comes from indomitable spirit. So it doesn't matter who you are, what your circumstances are. If you have the will, then you can move the world. You can move mountains. You can, as autonauts, move the entire universe. So there's a lot of inspiration to be taken from these athletes. And let's see how we can use this inspiration in our lives, in our work at Cars 24. Right? And this brings me to one of the most passionate values for me, and this passion has only grown bigger and bigger over the years, is dream big and be ambitious. Life is all about being ambitious, because if you don't have tall goals, if you are not looking for doing something that seems impossible right now, then what is life? There is no fun in living your day-to-day lives, running through your chores without having a big, crazy ambition. And this is extremely important to us at Cars 24, to dream big and be incredibly ambitious. I want all of you to instill it in you, to think about it, to put it inside your head. Extremely important. But why? Why should one be ambitious? So let me tell you something about Cars 24 that I don't think I have told a lot of you. Between 2016 and 2020, every year Naspers, which owned OLX, had come to us with an acquisition offer. Every year. In 2016, that offer was for some $100 million. By 2020, that offer was for $1.5 billion. Every year, they have come and told us we want to acquire Cars 24, and every year we have said no. Every single year. And why did we do that? Because while it was very tempting and lucrative to take that offer, in my head, if I sell Cars 24, what will I do? Okay, I will make a lot of money and I will have a lot of cash in my bank account. And yes, I can go for some nice holidays and maybe buy a plane and charter plane, live off in some 5-star hotels, do it for few months, few years, and then what? And what will I do then? Kya karunga? A lot of you know Jim Carrey, right? The Hollywood comedian, big actor. He has this line that, he once said, I think in an interview or in a speech, that I wish everyone to be rich and famous, so that all of us get to know that that is not what brings purpose to the life. That is not what brings purpose to life. I'm not saying being rich and famous is not good. Everyone wants it, understandable. But I think all of us need in our life something bigger than that. And that something bigger comes from having a big ambition. Because in your day-to-day life, it all comes down to doing something that is bigger than what you have. It's a big goal, something that seems unachievable, something that sort of makes a big difference to this world. So for us, it's very important that we do not play safe, right? We will continue to take big, aggressive, bold bets. Yes, we will fail a lot of times in short term. We will stumble, we will fall, we will restart, but that's okay, right? Because again, being ambitious is about taking big bets. It's not about playing safe. And what's our ambition? The point is, what is our ambition? When we started Cast 24, I think at that point we said if we become $1 billion company, I think it'll be fantastic. Right? But that milestone happened long time ago. So why are we continuing to do it? Because we think, I believe that Cast 24 can be much bigger than what I originally believed it can be. It can be much, much bigger, because when we look at the whole auto ecosystem in India and around the world, we see problems everywhere. In every part of the value chain, there are problems that we can solve. We think that we have a great opportunity to build something that is bigger than all of us. We can build a legacy here. Something that I've said for many years to many of you in other town halls or when I've met in person is that let's build a company that our grandchildren will be proud of. Because if we are on a 50-year journey, तब तक हमारे पोते और great grandchildren will also become adults, and we have a chance to build something that is bigger than all of us. We can build a legacy that outlives each one of us individually. It's like much bigger. And why think about building a 5, 10, $15 billion company? Today I want to say, let's aim and build a fucking $1 trillion company out here. And if we take a long-term view, I think we can do it. It's very much possible. Auto is one of the largest categories in the world. It's one of the biggest markets out there. And as I said, every part of the value chain is broken. And I am committing myself to continue doing this for the rest of my life and build one of the greatest companies to come out of India ever. I think we have that opportunity. I want each one of you to be a part of it. And I think we will do it. Valuation of $1 trillion and profits of billions of dollars. I think we have to do more, and that more also starts today. One of the reasons I came, out of 4 co-founders, 3 of us were in the US, and we all came back to India because we wanted to be in India. We just didn't come back to India because we wanted to build a startup in India. We came back to India because we wanted to be in India, right? And there are so many problems in India that have to be solved, right? The problems. You look around in the world, there are problems everywhere. There are children who need education. There's poverty to be reduced. In our own industry, we know road safety is such a big issue. Climate change, sustainability, these are all big issues. We have to find our purpose. And this is something I really want to do, and I've been lazy and I've been telling myself, let's first build, let's solve 100 problems that we are trying to solve at Cast 24 right now, and then we will start on this path. But with this mindset, that day will never come. Because if we are looking to build $1 trillion companies, there will always be problems and challenges that we are looking to solve. So I think the journey of doing something good for our nation also starts today. This is not something we want to do for any PR or because government says you do corporate social responsibility, but for us it's not even applicable given we are not making profits yet. But we want to do it because it's coming from the heart. And we want to do it starting today. And doing this is not about donating money. This is about actually adding contributions on things that we can add value to. We have been meeting a lot of NGOs, and one common thing we have been told is we don't need your money. We need your time, we need your smartness, we need your problem solving abilities, we need your designers, we need your techies, we need people who can help us solve tough problems. So we will both aim to build a great company, a company that is probably one of the largest companies to ever come out of India. But we will also do something that makes us incredibly proud that we have added positively to our country. And we are already one of the largest companies in India. If you actually look at listed companies, private companies, you can literally count on your fingers. There are actually very few very large companies in India, and we have already have that opportunity to do something fantastic here. So we'll come back to you guys with concrete plans, but this is something starting from me. This is first I will start doing, and then I will invite you to come and help. But this is again something that's super important to us. So how do we do this? How do we do all of this? Stated great, grand ambitions, but how do we do this? Right? We have to think beyond normal. Right? Often we get stuck in status quo. Right? I think one of the biggest challenges all of us, including me, we have is we think in status quo. पिछले 8 साल से ऐसे हो रहा था, तो we will continue doing it the same way. No. For many things, yes, we will continue doing it the same way, but you know what? If you look at the accelerator feedback channel and a lot of discussions that we are having, there are so many different ideas, there are so many great things that we can do. So why not only think incremental? Yes, incremental thinking helps, but if we have to take the journey to $1 trillion, we have to think of big ideas, we have to take big bold bets. And we can't be scared of failure, right? Because failure is part of it, right? If you try to jump, if you try to swim, if you try to run, if you try to do anything, you will fall 10 times. That's okay. Any one of you who's come to around my seat, all the quotations and all the posters that I have put are all around failure. Because it's very important to remind yourself that failure is the only way to success. Yes, when you fail, there will be a lot of ridicule, people will laugh at you, there will be press articles, there will be things written. That's fine, it's okay. I don't know why failure is looked down upon. Honestly, the path to success is through failure. There's a blog that I had recently written on the same topic, and I will share it again with all of you, but the only way to succeed is to fail. So yes, while we take big bold bets, we try new things, we will fail a lot, we will stumble a lot, we'll fall behind, that's okay. But we have to think big, and we have to think differently, we have to come up with great ideas, and we have to challenge the status quo all the time. So how are we doing this? How are we setting ourselves on a path that helps us create a legacy company, a company that is remembered beyond us, it's remembered beyond our lifetime, right? So mission 1 becomes world's largest auto super app, right? Something that you guys have already seen. We are not only doing buying, selling and financing, but we are gradually launching a lot of different businesses and different services. And I think each one of them has a potential to become a very large business in its own right. And these are all coming backwards from the problems that we see the consumers face. And there's a lot that's already happening, right? Across existing businesses and new stuff like Cars 24 home, the app. I'm sure all of you have the app. Do you see a lot of new services out there? Autopilot, 4-door. There are things that you don't see there. For example, in spares. Challan services, service history. There's a lot more coming. We have a full play on financial services. So there's a lot of things we are doing, and we'll keep coming up with more ideas, because there's so much to solve. And within existing business, there are so many different ideas we are working on. We have always struggled to scale our C2B business beyond 100 cities. The team has come up with a great idea last year. How about we do it via franchisee route, and it's seeing great success in the last 12 months, great progress team has made. So, there are ideas. For 8 years we have continued to try and do those cities by ourselves, and now we are doing it via partners. And there are so many different ideas, in the existing business and in new businesses, and let's continue executing on them. What has gotten us here will not take us to the next level, right? We have to do more of what we are good at, but we also have to take big strong bets, right? And that's where, again, reiterating, being ambitious is one of the most important values as Autonauts we all need. It's extremely important. There was another blog post that I had written some time back about, comfort kills, right? Actually this was an article that I had read and I was very inspired. Being ambitious is also extremely important, because we all need a little bit of discomfort in our lives, right? If your life is very comfortable, then there is a problem. There should be some discomfort. For any of you who are trying to become healthier, become fitter. You know that going to the gym, there is always some discomfort. For you who are trying to get excellent at the sports of your choice, there is always that, discomfort that I'm trying but it's not happening. If you are trying to learn a new skill, if you're improving your design skills, there is always that discomfort. If you are stretching yourself, if you're not stretching yourself, of course, there will not be any discomfort. So it's extremely important to focus on creating stretch goals, and that is all being ambitious about. If you are not feeling 20% uncomfortable, then your goals are not ambitious. Right? Again, another example that I keep quoting, look at all the great players, look at tennis, look at football, look at cricket, look at Virat Kohli. He has no reason to continue playing and keep getting galis from all of us. Right? But they continue to keep pushing themselves despite all the criticism, despite all the setbacks. Again, they are being ambitious. They don't want to sit in their comfort zone, because honestly, comfort zone beyond a point becomes boring, life becomes mundane. If you are ambitious, if you take stretch goals, your personal life, your whole attitude to life, you are more positive, you are in a better mental frame, everything comes together. So it's actually great to be in a bit of a discomfort than to being in super comfort, right? It makes your life better in every possible way, not just at work, but your whole life. All right, some updates from the last time. Accelerator channel, thanks for sending in the feedback. We need much more feedback. Please keep sending the feedback. My name is also on the top contributors, I'm happy. But apart from me, Gunadeep, Sadashivni Gunadeep and Sahil Bhatia were the two big contributors. Thank you. Thank you. He was one of the big contributors last time. And Sahil, is Sahil also around? I look forward to new winners next week for the coming town halls. Send your feedback as users, as whatever your friends send you feedback, send it there. And as Ruchit has been telling all of us, also send feedback on our internal products, right? On LMS, on admin panel, on things that on operations panel, all the things that you guys are using internally, we have to make those as well better. So please keep sending all kinds of feedback so that we can act on it. And just on this, we had also sent an update that 40% of the feedback that was sent on this channel has already been implemented. So 40% of inputs have already been implemented. Obviously, we are working hard to ensure that as soon as the feedback comes, we pick it up, and the goal is that we can deliver 70-80% feedback right away. So that is what our promise to you guys is, that whatever feedback you send our way, we will fix it right away. Because I think the biggest motivation to send inputs and feedback is if you really see us listening, and the only way you will see us listening is when you see that we are really making those changes. So please keep sending the feedback. Also, we had announced C Extreme Challenge. We want to bring and celebrate the best customer stories. So here are two stories from the last week. The first story is of Rafi. He is in Kolkata. So the story is, he had a customer who was buying a car for his old father, right? Because he wanted him to be able to go around in a car, and his father isn't well. He wasn't well enough to come and take the delivery. So the car associate Rafi went out of his way to not only ensure that the car gets delivered to their home, but also ensure that all the documentation that his dad needed to do, because the car was being bought in dad's name, was done at their home. Our CAs are expected to be working at the hubs, but sometimes the call of the duty, the customers need you to come out of your hub and go and be with the customer, and he did it for us. Thank you, Rafi. You are one of the winners of this time. And the other winner is Yash from Naroda, Ahmedabad. Again, a very moving story. This time, a person was buying a car for their daughter on their birthday, and this is one of the great examples of so many times a car is actually being bought as an event, right? Because it's someone's birthday, someone's wedding. For them, a perfect delivery, a seamless delivery, a timely delivery is extremely important. I think the customer came in the morning, and by in next few hours itself, Yash ensured that the car was delivered. Typically our process can take longer, but Yash again went out of the way to ensure that the customer gets the car right then and there, because you know what, the birthday, if the family had missed the daughter's birthday, then the fun of surprising her with the car would have gone, right? No matter how much well-intentioned we are, if we are delayed even by a day on someone's birthday, it just kills it completely. So thank you, Yash, for again showing us by example. This time both the examples are from GS, but I look forward to examples from C2B, from all our different businesses, from operations, from autopilot, from spare parts, from four-door, everywhere. I think there are lots of great stories happening all the time. There are a lot of you who are going out of your way all the time. We would love to hear those stories so that all of us can get inspired. There is no better way to improve on customer experience by listening to these stories. That's it, guys. That's it for today. Dream big and be incredibly ambitious. We have to be all out, right? There is no other way. We continue to dream big. We have to do great on our core businesses as well as new businesses. We have a solid, capable team out here. Together, we can all deliver this. And this is going to be one of our core values, key values. Something we'll keep discussing, debating, asking you guys on how you are being ambitious. So here to being ambitious Autonauts, all the best and see you next time. Thank you. Oh, and also one last thing, thanks to Nivedita who helped put the deck together this time. Look forward to working with more designers on this, and from next time, let's have the designers put their signature in the end and sign it off, because I know a lot of time and effort and hard work is going in putting these decks together. Thank you.